have at the beginning to get an overall view on what the vibe is today. And then we'll get some tarot cards out to get some details. Hope everyone is having a good time this Friday evening. For some of you, it may not be. We have the tide pool with some coral and some starfish, and then we have gecko, which is really interesting. I have some familiarity with these cards already, and Field of Dreams. If you ever, during this reading for everybody, this generic reading, you want something for yourself, please feel free to gift the donut or the parfait, and I will do an individual reading for you. And if you want a even more detailed reading, we have the butterfly, the metamorphosis gift, and I can go into more detail for you. So here we go. Field of Dreams. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potential. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential, not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, and your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, and take action and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. Okay, so it is time for you to work with others. Others may just be spirits. We don't know, but above and beyond, open it to the influence of other things that are in your life so that you can move forward in the best way. Let's look at Tide Pool next. Tide Pool is one of my, but actually both Tide Pool and Gecko are some of my favorite oracle cards that I have. So let's go ahead and take a look-see before I move forward even more. We have Tide Pool. Weathering the ebb and flow. During low tide, little pockets of seawater remain at the beach in nooks and holes between the rocks. In these pockets, many small organisms such as sea anemones, urchins, and crabs survive. This card features common creatures found in the tide pools here in the Pacific Northwest. These unassuming little oases is a hostile environment serve as a reminder to endure the ebbs and flows of life. When things are difficult, remember the tide will always come back. Okay, so things aren't always as grim as they seem, and even if you are in a small environment that doesn't seem to let you do a lot, the fact that you were able to move forward, to survive, to have everything you need in that smaller environment, whether that's literally size or just resources, is still very beneficial for you. Okay, so I'm going to read more into it. I'm just going to go ahead and read the Gecko card first before I move forward. Speed, sensitivity, sacrifice, and positivity. To the gecko, size doesn't mean power. In fact, a small size typically means it can stay under the radar unnoticed. The gecko's extremely sensitive vision and hearing allow it to notice danger before it notices them, but if spotted, it can easily get away from predators due to its sheer speed. Its legs and feet are able to grip any surface and climb vertical walls away from danger. Worse, if cornered, the gecko is able to attach its tail from its body in order to satiate the pursuer. So this is someone who does not let any outer circumstances, attack, or anything else stop it from what it wants to do. And with the tide pool, we're being encouraged actually to be more like the gecko, because not only are we surviving in environments where we only have the basics of what we need, but we are having radical acceptance of letting go, or needing to move on, or needing to like have a different environment, be crafty, and do whatever we need to survive. So it's being in survival mode. Hello, YouTube. It's like being in survival mode, but in the best possible way. It's not survival mode in the sense of like, oh my God, is there enough? Like we're scarce, like we don't know if we'll have what we need. It's more of a like, I know I will survive. I know I will take care of myself. I have all of these things in order 1 through 10 that I'm gonna do in order to make sure that I'm safe, and like I'd have to get to 10 before anything is even bad. So the fact that this or that didn't go my way, I already have myself safe. And it's beyond monetary means or anything like that. It's about what can I truly know in my heart of hearts that I can accept as what I have and still keep things going. A lot of people are on step 1. You know, they have one thing, and then if they don't have that one thing, they can no longer survive. They no longer feel happy. They no longer feel like they can move forward. But if you have like 10 different ways that you can feel like you have everything you need to move forward, you are way ahead of the rest. We also have the Sun card. So that is overall happiness. It's the happiest card in the deck, even if it is upside down. So you are in a good state, and even though something is ending, we have death. So something is over, something is done with. And funnily enough, We also have the Six of Swords. Yeah, you are completely cutting something off and leaving it behind. I feel like it's really interesting with this. Like, it is a clean effing break. You are like, goodbye, good riddance. I just like don't even care anymore. And you don't even care. Like, I don't even see in that reading like any room for the other person's opinion, their perspective, their position, like nothing. You do not give a rat's rear end about the other person's perspective. A little harsh, a little cold, maybe, but quite frankly, it is the best place to be, because at the end of the day, you're moving forward. So what does the past mean to you? What does their, especially if they gave you nothing but negativity, like what does their input, their opinion mean to you? Absolutely effing nothing. We also got the Wheel of Fortune that came out. That is everyone getting their karma, good, bad, what have you. Like, whatever they put out into the world, they will get back. So you walking away, you moving on is exactly what's going to make them get their karma. You're going to get yours too, but because you're cutting off from a toxic situation, you will be fine. So I saw the donut. If you want to put your question into the chat, I will read for you. Honestly, I'm feeling like that's good enough for that message. I don't want to pull too many cards and mess it up, so I'm going to leave it right there. I have my next oracle card, but first we're going to read for the person who sent out that donut. It says, will I and this person get back together? There is some distance. Hello, Manina. You can go ahead and put your question in next, and after the one I'm reading for, I will read for you. Let's see what we get. We have the Two of Wands for the first donut. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Let's see what is going on there. So with the Two of Wands, I see we are observing something. Let's see, what was the whole question? Will we get back together? We have observing something, and then we have the Queen of Wands, a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. I feel like this person is not going to pursue, okay? They're not going to come forward, especially with the Page of Cups in reverse. So that means their feelings are not going to change. Right now, they are in their independent era, and they are observing, they are aware of maybe your interest or what you're doing, but they're not moving forward at this time. If you want things to advance, I would suggest reaching out and seeing what their opinion is, how open they are about it. But if you are waiting for them to reach out to you, I don't think they're going to do it. So if it's, the onus is completely on them, I don't think the situation will move forward. With Manina, we have, will my sister and I be good? Let us see. And Samantha, I did see your donut. If you want to put your question in the chat. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot came out together. I do see that you and your sister may rekindle. But what I'm saying, so we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. This is a burden that's on them. They may be feeling really burdened by something that happened between the two of you, and they're not putting that down. They're kind of holding they're either holding a grudge, or they're just keeping that in their like mind's eye of like, this happened, and they keep pushing it forward. So it's kind of hard, I guess, to communicate with them because they're still moving forward with those thoughts in their head. With the Ace of Pentacles, they may have an idea, or they may have a feeling on how things would easily be fixed, but they're not moving towards it at their time. They're just kind of like pondering it. With the Wheel of Fortune, again, that's people getting their karma, good, bad, or otherwise. I may feel like they have an idea on how to move forward, but they're waiting for you to reach out. I don't feel like they're too proactive at this time. And I am seeing the Chariot. So I do feel like if you want to reach out, you should. If you want to be proactive or find ways to leave space for them to contact with you, that'll be really beneficial. I feel like you're actually more in control of the conversation or the interaction than they are. So I would consider ways that you could reach out, leave space for them to reach out to you, speak, that kind of thing, because I think actually there is a really good way here for you guys to connect, but it's gonna have to come from you. I don't think they're going to initiate. I don't think they're going to do that. Samantha, did you have your question in the chat? No, if you want to put your question in the chat, Samantha, I am open to it. Just let me know. I hope everyone's messages are resonating so far. In the meantime, let us go ahead and move on to the next message for the group. So this is a collective reading, and we have Magic Prayer number 32. So if 3, 2, 32, or 5 are important numbers for you, that may be a sign. Let's go ahead and look at that number. You have a magic prayer. Speak your prayers, listen for the answers, act in faith. When you see the magic prayer card, is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, thy will be done through with me, thy will not mine be done. Okay, I'm going to read that again. That's confusing. Thy will be done through me, thy will and not mine be done. Okay, so basically it's saying spirit, a higher power's will be done through you, and that it's spirit's thought, not my own, that will be accomplished. So what is best for me will happen through me. Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within the field of creation. Surrender your wishes and desires to spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured that you are in the right path. So this is really interesting. This is basically telling you to stay in contact with whatever spiritual authority is important to you, whatever that may be. Obviously, it's going to be a little different for everywhere, but the reason it's saying that, if you don't have like a spiritual higher power that you answer to, then your inner feelings, your gut feelings, whatever your clarity or intuition is telling you. It's saying that there's something there that is higher than what your conscious superficial needs are. So if you want to do something, but maybe you're getting a feeling it may not be like the best for moving forward, thinking about why we're getting that feeling, why we're getting that intuition, there may be something that you're not initially seeing as obvious. That could really help you, and taking time to think about, like truly thinking about why your feelings are coming in, why are things happening where they are, and why you feel about them the way that you do could be very, very, very important. We have the Emperor in reverse, and we have Justice in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Oh, thank you so much, Tyra B. Please put your question in the chat. It's telling me that someone who is a leader in your life, someone who's supposed to be in charge and like give guidance, did not do so. They failed you in some way. They did not do what you wanted to do. They just weren't like fulfilling their role in your life as you had expected them to. You also have justice in reverse. You feel like that justice was not going well in that case. I'm really wondering if this is a feeling of maybe in the past we've really looked for someone to guide us and someone to give us strength in certain situations. We've been looking for like a mentor, a leader, something like that. I think this may be a time where you really need to take the lead, even if it feels really uncomfortable, even if that means you're doing so on your own. Sometimes we're having to do stuff by ourselves, and it's really frustrating because we're always told to like work in a group, work as a team, or I may be always surrounded by everyone else. This may be the time where that advice has a limit. So just keep that in mind. Will Daryl and I, thank you so much, Jennifer. Will Daryl and I reconcile and continue our relationship? Ooh, the immediate card that I got was King of Wands in reverse. Let me see if we can get a couple more cards on that. There, everyone who is on YouTube, feel free to subscribe if you would like, if this is resonating for you. I do not do individual readings over there at this time, but the faster I get to monetization, the faster I will be able to do individual readings on both platforms. If you really want an individual reading now, feel free. Oh, 11:44, I love that. Feel free to meet me over on TikTok. Okay, so ooh, where did that go? Where did it go? Tyra B. Will we reconcile? We have a couple of things. I feel like with the King of Wands in reverse, there hasn't been a significant reduction in on the other end for like passion for the relationship. So they had a lot of passion, they were really driven towards it, they really wanted to do everything. Whatever happened recently has limited that. So they're really like in this moment not feeling it right now. That being said, death is also in reverse. So it is not over, it is not ended. Oh my god, thank you so much, that's so cool. I don't even know what gift that is. Who gave that? Star Map Polaris, thank you so much. um, where did it go? Olivia, if you want to ask a question, please put that in the chat. But yeah, it's not over yet. I'm feeling like this person is just kind of down in the dumps because of whatever the most recent interactions were, whether it was a fight, an argument, or something other event that caused them to be that way. We then have the Magician upright. So the Magician card is about someone who has everything they need to move forward. So they have one in the traditional tarot, they have one of each of the 4 elements and are able to move forward with those. I feel like this is definitely something that can be fixed, especially if this is, I'm just getting the feeling that it was like a really nasty fight or something. I think you definitely can move on from this. You have everything to move forward, and maybe giving a breather to whatever the conversation was, and then moving forward after that will be what is most beneficial for you guys, okay? So yeah, I definitely feel like there's still room for repair there. We just may need like a little bit more time to cool off, and I think they'll come back around. Will we start healing from our past relationship? From who? Jennifer, I'm seeing giving roses. So we're looking for like the donut or the strawberry parfait is our initial. And then if you want an in-depth reading, the metamorphosis or butterfly. Since you've given a couple of roses already, if you want to make up the difference with something, feel free to find like another gift that kind of is part way there. Thank you, Jennifer, so much. Oh, little, I love when it turns into a little butterfly. So cute. Okay, sorry, we were reading for someone already. Where did it go? Jennifer, give me 1 second, Jennifer. We're looking for Olivia's. What I give my past relationship? Oh, I would say so. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the 3rd card, Olivia, that I got first. This is the 3 of Swords in reverse, so it's very important that it's in reverse. Upright is heartbreak, but since it's in reverse, we're healing from it, we're moving on from it. I do think we're going to move on from this heartbreak. We also got the 10 of Pentacles. All the 10s are a completion of some sort. The 10 of Pentacles is foundational, it's financial, it's like fundamental things. You're gonna be perfect, you're gonna be fine. You're definitely gonna move on. I think things are going really well. And were you asking specifically about, yeah. If you're asking about, you also have the Knight of Pentacles, actually. So this is, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight of the 4 and the 4 suits, but it is the most sturdy, is the most foundational. I think you're actually set up for a really good foundation. It's just a situation that's going to take a long time because that's just how things are in this case, but you will reach it. So don't be too, obviously it feels like you've been through a little bit right now, so it may take a while, but yes, I do feel like you're going to move on from it. It may feel like it's taking forever, and it may take a little while. This may have been like a huge blow. That being said, all the signs, the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, said that you are going to live a great life. So you're on the road to not just recovery, but doing better than before. Jennifer, let's see. Did you already put your question in here, Jennifer? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Am I on the right path in this industry? Okay. Oh, there you are. Am I in the right path on this industry? So we have 5 of Wands, 10 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my chair here. I'm gonna say yes. I'm getting a lot of cards on your feelings on the matter instead of like what'll actually happen, but I'm gonna pull a couple more cards here. So where I got initially was 5 of Wands upright, 10 of Swords in reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. I saw you flip over a card. Is that you? I don't think that's it. Okay. Yeah. So the 5 of Wands is bickering energy. If that's been going on, I think that's very normal. And honestly, the good thing is that it's the 5 of Wands and not the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is more, 5 of Swords is a little bit more cutthroat energy. The 5 of Wands is more like bickering that kind of won't stop. All of that is just noise. Ignore it as much as you can. It really isn't important. It's not going to drive anything. It's not going to get anyone anywhere. I think people may be, like, it's part of us starting a new business with a lot of things to learn. So there may just be a lot of opportunities for people to like talk nonsense, complain about something. That doesn't mean it's relevant. It just means that they're moving their mouths. We also have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Again, any sort of 10 is a completion of something in some way. 10 of Swords upright usually is something dead, done, and over with. The 10 swords are usually depicted in the traditional tarot on someone's back. With it in reverse, something is not done. It may have had a huge blow. There may have been some huge falling out, but it is not over. It's still persevering in some form, even if it's a much more minor form than what it was before. With the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, it may feel like because you are beginning with something and you're putting a lot of work in it that you're not going somewhere. Thank you, Lannybug. If you want to put your question in the comments, feel free to do so. Sorry, whoever put the butterfly in, Olivia, can you go ahead and put your next question in? But yes, if there is something that like you feel like because you started, you're not like getting towards the next thing because there's all this friction, that is not real. That is just what it feels like to start something new. So just realize that those feelings that it's hard, it's going to be hard. That doesn't mean that your effort isn't worth it or that you're doing something incorrectly. And the Sun in reverse is the happiest card in the deck. It cannot be anything but happy, even in reverse. You are doing well. You're going to be happy. You may just be kind of content or okay right now. That's fine. Things are going to get better with time. Thank you so much, Love Doctor. Please put your question in the comments below. Know that things will get better if you don't feel quite happy right now. You do have it in your cards. Just, it's going to take time, especially with starting a new business. It takes a very long time. It takes a very long time. There's a lot of questions. I'm feeling like you're always learning every day. It means that you're actually putting in the effort where it needs to be because you're actually trying to learn. You're actually acknowledging things that are negative. Hang on a second, give her one more question. You can just know that you are a little behind Love Doctor. I just say Lannybug and let's see, do we have one more question? I think Olivia also had one more. Did you? Yes. No. It's Jennifer. Let me know. We have Lannybug for sure, and we have a Love Doctor for sure. Or if you just want to put gifts there, that's fine too. Just know that some people do just put the gifts there, and that I don't know your intention unless you put it in the comments. So I don't want to miss anybody by just being like, they didn't put a question in there. But some people just do, and I just won't know unless you put it in the comments for me to see. So if you're just giving me the coins, I super appreciate it. Just like let me know. You know, no pressure to come up with a question. Just kind of be like, oh, I'm good. And then we can like do a reading for everybody. Hello, Tyra V. Let me know if you have another question for me. Thank you so much. It's appreciated. I'm just gonna hang out here because I know there are a couple of people who have questions and I don't wanna rush. I haven't seen new questions, so if you're waiting on me, I'm waiting on you. Okay. Tyra B, will I be successful in nursing school? Let us see. Ooh. Oh, well, first of all, the first card is the Magician. So I'm going to say short answer, yes, because the Magician has everything it needs in the deck. It has all 4 suits. But I know it's only 1 card, so let's go ahead and get, a couple more. 9 of Swords and Ace of Swords. I've also got 9 of Pentacles again. I think we're tired of that card. But 9 of Swords is about negative thoughts, stress. Love Doctor, can you send it again? Oh, I did see it. There, I did see it. Okay. So as far as a nursing school, we have the 9 of Swords. So if you have negative thoughts, if you have any sort of negative energy towards it, if you're like staying up at night, that is not true. Those are the thoughts that we tell ourselves. Those are our worries, and they may be valid worries, but they're not facts. right? There are things that we tell ourselves that are like stressing us out, and the more we stress about it, that can lead to more negative energy. Remember that you have everything that you need to move forward. We also have the Ace of Swords. So there may be a new way of going about things that may help you. If you have a new idea, a new truth, a new fact that you think may help you, keep that in mind. It may actually help you, even if it's a small idea. Maybe it's scheduling. Maybe it's, you know, a different way to organize your mornings. I feel like there's like a small thing that may actually help you a whole bunch. So keep that in mind. If you think it's silly or it's small, it may actually be very significant in the long run if it helps you, especially with your schedule or feeling stressed. Some of those really little things actually end up being very, very important. With Love Doctor, does this person miss me? I finally found it. Sorry, I scrolled past it. Let me go ahead and get that. That is a card before. Sorry. I think a card is coming up just because it's been in the deck or it's come out a couple times before. I won't read it. So if you're wondering why I put cards back, like legitimately, if I see a card and it's like the second or third time I take it out, I'm just like, no. Like, I'm not going to give you like somebody else's energy that I just read. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm aware. Yeah, so as far as Love Doctor, does this person miss me? I do, but I think they miss you. I think they're conflicted because we have the Eight of Wands, which upright would be speed, but since it is in reverse, this is slow moving. So this realization may be slow moving. And then I have the Hierophant, which is about traditional values. And they don't have to be like traditional Christian values. They can just be like of a certain space, of a certain structure, or a certain people. So and there's a certain way of going about things. Maybe they felt like they completed those standards with you specifically. And so now they're kind of like back and forth about being with you because they're like, well, that would have helped me in this situation of fulfilling certain needs, like societally or in that group. And now I don't have that. I'm also having the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this may be something that something about this, maybe it's their feelings, maybe it's some other things that tie you together, maybe coming in but slowly. So they may not be immediately recognizing their feelings, but there may be over time something that is a realization for them. Lannybug, does this person like me back? Okay, so I'm a little behind on these, but I am getting to the Lannybug. Does this person like me back? Ooh, there is a card in here that is flipped the wrong way. Actually, let's do a different deck because that one I feel like maybe is collecting energy from our reading. Oof, maybe. So Kayla, we have Neva. Does this person like me back? Knight of Coins in reverse. What is Four of Swords? Okay, I'm going to say with, wait, it's Charity. There may be like platonic feelings there. They may really like you as a friend. And I say that because Five of Coins is about finding charity or like finding help in a certain situation and maybe not being successful at it, but it's in reverse. So there may be something about you that they really admire that brings them like joy or helps them with their day. I'm not necessarily feeling romantic feelings from it though. I also feel Four of Swords. So they may feel like being around you is a breath of fresh air. They may feel really relaxed around you and feeling like really positive vibes, but I'm not necessarily getting romantic. So it may be something that grows from you guys knowing each other a little longer. I don't know how long you've been aware of each other, but I'm not getting from this specifically romance specifically. And we also have the Knight of Coins, which is also foundational, and it is something that moves slowly, but when it's in reverse, it's basically a stop. So it may be that their feelings like stop developing past that like really friendly thing. So if you guys are really connected and feel like you have a really natural flow, you may be on a very natural like vibe and connection in some ways, but for them, at least right now, it's not feeling romantic. The only other thing I would say about that is I don't see like a definitive stop or anything negative. Just like right now, that's not on their mind. Sorry, I couldn't give like a super happy reading on that one, but it just feels like platonic to me right now. Okay, like I'm trying to catch up. Nursing school. Yeah, okay. Okay. It did jump, so I'm gonna try to make sure that I catch up with everybody. I will start calling out if I don't feel like I've gotten everyone's. I'm gonna do my best and not skip over my nursing school. Yes, I answered those. This is someone different. You are welcome. This person. La, 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 la. Yeah, and it could be pride. They could be held back by like if something else, somebody else's opinion in this is getting in the way of how they actually feel, for example, which is kind of difficult. I've been on that one too, where it's like, oh, this other person would not approve, and it's like, are they part of the relationship? Me being sassy. Okay. So, ooh, okay. So, Campbell, just so you know, for individual readings, we do use the donut, the strawberry parfait, or if you want a really detailed reading, the butterfly here. So, I don't know if you want to just give a rose or if you want to give a gift that is makes up a difference. I have been on here for a little bit, even though I went really, really fast with you guys. Thank you so much for engaging. I appreciate the hearts and everything else. Campbell, if you want to make up the difference, just let me know. And for everybody else, I really appreciate your time. Appreciate all the hearts and love that you've given me so far. If you want to see me on YouTube, if you're on TikTok or vice versa, I am on both platforms. I have pick-up card readings that are a little bit longer on the other platform if you would like to go over there. I also have zodiac readings that are just shorts, in case you just want something short. Oh, hey, Jay. That you can watch, and they're both on TikTok and on YouTube, and I will have new ones coming out next month. So I will see you then. Jay, okay. Jay, if you want to send me a question, if you have it real quick, you will be the last one. Other than that, I will see you all next time.